What is my number one starter card pick for college students? How are you guys doing today? My name is Apple, and today we are filling in the financial gap between schools and the real world. And today what we're talking about is my number one pick for a starter credit card for students. So I'm talking about my card that I would recommend that you get as your very first card if you are a student. This is one of my top picks in that regard. So what we're going to be talking about in this video is the basics of this card, the rewards of this card, because this is a card that will give you rewards, and your odds for getting approved for this card if you are a student, if you are somebody who is considering getting into the credit card realm and just getting involved with credit cards, guys. So please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. So what is the card? I'm not going to keep you waiting on this one. The card is the Citi ThankYou Preferred for Students, all right? So the Citi ThankYou Preferred for Students is my starter card pick for students. And what are the specs on this card? What are the details of this card that make me think it is a good card for students? The first thing is it's got no annual fee. So with your first card for students, a no annual fee card is a must. There's no reason for you to be paying an annual fee on your first card, in my opinion. So you gotta have that no annual fee card, which this card is. It's got a 7-month 0% APR period. So in the first 7 months of having this card, you are paying no interest whatsoever. I do always recommend that you pay off your balance in full every single month, so this should not be a primary concern. But since it is your first card, you might still be getting used to making your monthly payments on a credit card. You probably don't have many bills yet, so this might be your first experience with paying things off every single month. So with that regard, a 7-month intro APR period is a great opportunity for you to just figure that out and get in the groove of making your monthly payments. Additionally, the APR on this card, so the interest you're going to be paying, is about 15.75% to 25.75%. So it's a pretty wide range, but I mean 15 or 25%, that's just an absurd amount to be paying in interest. And when you factor in compound interest, that it's ridiculous how quickly that'll add up. So you definitely don't want to be holding any balance on this card, in my personal opinion. And it's gonna have that same APR for any balance transfers you do. If you're curious about balance transfers, just made a whole video about that, so be sure to check that video out. There's a $35 late fee on this card, which is pretty significant. And I mean, if you're a student, you definitely don't want to get in the habit of paying late. This $35 late fee is absurd. And there's also a 30% penalty APR. So again, do not be paying late on this card because the fees will eat you alive. You gotta be making those payments on time. You gotta be paying it off in full, guys, all right? So for a credit limit, what can you expect for a credit limit on this card? I would say it's your first card. So my first card, I personally got approved for a limit of $1,500, but I had some previous relationship with that bank. So I would recommend, I would suggest that you'd probably get approved for about a $500 to $1,000 limit on your first credit card. That is what I would assume with this card. That's what I've heard from people online, is that they generally get approved for about $500 to $1,000 if this is their first card. So you might get approved for up to $2,500 if this is not your first card, but I would recommend it to be your first card. If you've already got some credit cards, you might want to check out my other videos on some good rewards cards and good sign-up bonus cards if you've already built up a bit of a base. So they'll probably raise your credit limit after about 6-ish months. That's what I've heard. And if you have prompt payment and you're just building a good relationship, if they see that you are building good habits and making prompt payments, they are much more likely to raise your credit limit without you having to ask, which is a great benefit, especially if you're starting out with such a low limit. All right, guys. So additionally with this card, another benefit that I like is you get to choose your payment date. So you get to say, all right, I want my payments to be due on, I don't know, say the 15th. Maybe you know you get paid on the 10th. So you want it to be due on the 15th, so you know payday has already come in, you've already gotten your check, and you know you'll have the cash ready to make your credit card payments without having to worry about having to save money throughout the month or anything like that. You know that your check will have just come in, so you can pick your date. Pretty convenient for a college student, at least in my opinion. So now let's talk about rewards, because this is a card that will build up rewards, which is great, especially for a first card. I mean, my first card did not build up rewards at all, so I spent about 6 maybe to 8 months with a credit card that did not build any rewards at all. But if you can start with one that does, all the better to you. So this card will earn you 2% cash back on dining and entertainment, which is pretty nice because college students, I mean, me personally, I know I spend a good deal of money on dining, eating out, and entertainment, going to concerts, stuff like that. So it's a good card. It gets you 2% back on those categories and then 1% back on everything else, as most cards do. Additionally, there is a sign-up bonus. It's kind of a joke. If you want a card with a real sign-up bonus, check out my video on good cards with sign-up bonuses for college students. But this sign-up bonus, if you spend $500 in the first 90 days, they will give you a whopping $25 as a sign-up bonus. So pretty ridiculous in my opinion. It's kind of a joke. But I mean, $25 is $25, and you could go buy, I don't know, get a nice dinner with that, at least where I live. So $25 bucks, whatever. And it might not seem like a lot, but I mean, I guess it's better than nothing. My first card gave me no rewards, no sign-up bonus, no nothing. It was really just a credit building card. I mean, there was no annual fee, and I never paid interest on it. But other than that, it was a pretty standard run-of-the-mill card. Basically, just treated it as if it were a debit card, and really saw no difference between me using that and me using my debit card, except for the fact that I was building my credit score. So this card collects thank you points, which are, instead of like direct cash back or anything like that, it's collecting thank you points, which is Citi's currency, their points currency for their cards. And what you can redeem these points for are a statement credit. You can just redeem it for cold hard cash on off your credit card bill, which is great. You can redeem it for travel, gift cards, electronics. They've got this whole online store where you can redeem these points for, and just other random shopping things on their online portal as well. And there is no limit to the amount of points you can gather, no expiration to these points. And additionally, this card, since it's a Citi card, it comes with Citi Private Pass, which I don't have a Citi card yet, so I haven't been able to use this. But what Citi Private Pass is essentially a way to gain special access to event and concert tickets. So if you're trying to get into an event that is sold out, or a concert that again is sold out, if you have Citi Private Pass, you might be able to get around this. And you can also find discounted tickets to big name concerts and shows as well. So this could be a good benefit for you if you are located in a big city, say New York, maybe LA, as a student, and you want some discounts or ways to get around sold out shows. This could be a good option for you. So approval specs. What are the odds you get approved for this card? Well, personally, since it's a student card, it's a Citi Thank You preferred for students. So if you're a student and you have, I mean, honestly, minimal income, you really don't need that much income to get approved for this card. I would recommend you have at least maybe a couple $100s coming in every single month, maybe like an annual salary of like $3,000 as a student, maybe $2,000. But I think if you have minimal income, and if you have zero credit, this might actually be better than having bad credit, because if you're coming in with nothing and just a decent income, at least for a college student, then I think you have pretty good odds at getting approved for this card. But going off of that, I would recommend that you get pre-qualified. So you can go onto Citi's website, and there's this tab that says see if you're pre-qualified. So if you click on that, you will actually get taken to this page where you can put in some of your information, including I think the last 4 digits of your social. They will do a soft pull on your credit report. It won't affect your credit score. It won't count for anything on your credit score, so don't worry about that. But they'll just check it out to see if you're pre-approved for this card. And if you are, that means you have pretty good odds at getting approved. And in that case, if you're looking for a card, I would recommend you would just go ahead and apply. But it'll give you a little bit better of an idea if you should apply for this card or not, if you're ready to get approved for this card or not. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on the best starter credit card for students. I think the Citi Thank You Preferred is a good way to get your foot in the door, building credit and earning some rewards in the process. If you guys did enjoy this video, please do remember to leave a like. If you made it all the way to the end, if you're still not subscribed, do smash that subscribe button. Share this video with any of your friends that are in college that you think might benefit from this video. I will see you guys tomorrow, and until next time. Wait. I did not mean to clap yet. I was supposed to mention our sponsors in this video. Let me check. Oh wait, it's me. Well, in that case, if you are a college student or otherwise financially strapped individual looking to invest, I put together a completely free course. Link for that will be found in the description below. It's called $100 and a Smartphone, and it's going to walk you through the process of putting your first $100 to work from the comfort of your smartphone. Included in this course is a free 30-minute Skype call with yours truly. So if you want to talk through any personal finance related topics that relate to you personally, some one-on-one stuff, if you're interested at all in that, be sure to sign up for one of those. And yeah, if you're interested in more details, the link will be in the description below, and it is 100% free.